Hello everyone, this is Clausius, and I am back with another StarCraft 2 video, Beginner's Guide for Protoss, and this is going to start our second exercise. So in this video, we are going to talk about Stalkers. We're going to add on the unit Stalkers, and these guys are going to stalk the crap out of our opponents. But to get them, we actually have to make another building called the Cybernetics Core, and this will unlock more units to build out of our gateway, and one of those units is going to be Stalkers. So in this, we are going to actually try to start learning our first little build. So this is not going to be a top tier build or anything like that. It's just going to be a beginner build for an exercise. This is not a build that can be used for higher levels or to counter top late game units or anything like that. This is just going to be an exercise. So what we're going to do is try to add one expansion to give us minerals, and we're going to add gas and the cybernetics core. So the gas will actually give us the ability to create stalkers, because stalkers do cost gas. And then we're going to add on a bunch of stalkers and just try learning how to use the stalker unit just by making a bunch of them and attacking with them. So let's go ahead and start. So in this build, we are actually going to start with a very similar build to the one we made last time, where we put a pylon in front of that ramp and simply make our gateways there with a spot to defend easily to prevent run-bys, but we're also going to make some units to protect our expansion. So let's go ahead and look how we do that. Alright, so make our probe, queue that up over here, and speed it up. Give another one, and once that finishes, put that back, and wait for the pylon.
You have not enough minerals.
Now, some may argue that the chrono boost isn't needed here. I would say go ahead and do it just to get the exercise. And I should have made a pylon there. I was watching the progress bar of the stupid thing. So this next probe is actually going to come right out here, and it should finish right about when that finishes, so this one is a little bit late. And then we're going to build a gateway. And then we're actually going to build an assimilator. Can't never know if I'm saying that right. Alright, so this we're going to add onto our hotkey, put it right there, block that gap. And we're going to build a second probe. And now we're going to take this probe, come down here, and build a second gateway. We're going to start off with 2 gates. This is just for safe defense. Alright, we're going to select and shift, click to remove, let go of shift, and right click to make them together. So we're doing 2 gates for defense. So that way we can protect our expansion. Alright, once the gateway finishes, it'll unlock cybernetics core, so we want to immediately build that. So I'll put that right there. And send a guy down here. So we're going to build 1 zealot for defense. Before we build that, we have to. This is important, guys. This is very, very important. So before you build this, because you're building 2 gateways and everything else, before you build the cybernetics core, or right as you build the cybernetics core, you will need the second pylon. So do that immediately. So that way you don't get supply blocked like I just did. Alright, so now that this is unlocked, we're supposed to have 1 zealot for defense, but we're going to start making a stalker and then save up and get our... And we're actually going to speed up that unit. We're actually going to build our nexus. Then we're going to build 1 pylon next to the nexus and bring him back up to build gas, and then shift Q after that, and then start making our units again. So the reason we do this is so we can teleport them in later, but we haven't learned that yet, so we're not going to worry about it. The only thing is I want you to make a habit of putting 1 pylon next to a nexus every time you build a nexus. This is a good habit and will be helpful in the future, trust me, just we haven't learned it yet. Alright, shift 3, and this is about to finish, so I'm going to go ahead and right click over there. Alright, make a probe and make stalkers. Actually, I'm bringing this ramp down here. And now we're going to keep chrono boosting probes. And now that we have an expansion, we're actually going to shift click that to 5 and hit 5 over here. And the reason we're going to do that is because this is full, and this number is past 16. So we're going to take every one of them past 16, which is going to be 6, which I grabbed 6 exactly, and we're going to bring them down here. Alright, and then queue up more probes, queue up more stalkers.
You must construct additional pylons.
And don't forget the pylons. As you can tell, guys, I know what I teach, but it doesn't mean I can do it. Do what I say, not what I'm doing. It's also a good thing for me to practice talking while doing this, because I am not very good at talking and playing at the same time, which I think these tutorial videos will really help me get good at, and hopefully don't put my foot in my mouth too much. Alright, so once you get that extra pylon and you've expanded, you actually want to build 2 more gateways, and at this point it can vary what you want to do. And just start queuing up 2 of everything. So you can actually add on more structures or do whatever from this point forward. So this is no longer strict build, but rather good exercise to do. Alright, so we want to start building 2 pylons because at a time. I'm actually going to build 3 because I got really, really close. Alright.
You must construct additional pylons.
2 gas on that because I'm getting over.
You must construct additional pylons.
They're going! 2 more. This is queued up, this is queued up, so I can afford to make 2 more. I want to get ahead of this number. I want to try to get 20 ahead. Alright, so now with 4 gates, making probes will be more important, but we also want to make units as fast as we can. Alright, there, 1, 2, 3, there, 1, 2, 3, and then there. Just bring them back. Stalkers, Chrono Boost, 76, so right under 20, but since I'm approaching, I'm going to go ahead and make 1 more.
You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals.
I accidentally made these, ignore that. I must have hit E when instead of making a probe, I made those. Ignore that. Try not to do that. Make the units you're trying to make, not the ones you accidentally make. Chrono Boost. 90 out of 110, so we're going to make another one. Let's actually make 2, since I am at so many production buildings. Alright, so our money's getting a little high. Not high enough yet. Alright, so now I think this is a good number, so we're actually going to take this number, and we're just going to send it to attack. 101 out of 110, so let's make 2 more. Chrono Boost. Alright. And don't queue it past 2. Check supply. And watch the army. So I want you guys. The ramp, because I don't want the ramp to get blocked. Alright. See? Ramp got blocked. Alright, now I'm approaching 20 again, so I'm actually going to come back, jump back here, do 2, and actually I'm going to do 3 because I'm attacking. Make units. Chrono Boost. Grab more units. Get my supply. Okay, we're good. Alright, so that's pretty much the exercise. Make Stalkers. Only go for 2 expansions. Don't expand past that. It's too much right now for this exercise. Just make Stalkers. 1 Zealot for the opening for defense in case something runs in. But otherwise, just make Stalkers, make Stalkers, make Stalkers, make Stalkers. Don't get supply blocked. Make as many probes as you can. And let's see how we did. So this, you want to be under 30 as much as possible. I was at 35, so I would have failed this exercise. APM is above 30 to 60, or is between 30 to 60 or greater. And average unspent resource is under 500. So this is the only thing I would need to work on. And, but you can also look at the workers created, which is a very high number, especially compared to our opponent. So we're in the 50s and 60s. I think we're doing pretty good, especially relative to our opponent. I don't want to worry about an exact number right now. Just make sure you are saturating those 2 bases. And then once we get to 3 bases, we can worry about how many workers we make and everything like that. but it's not really important right now. So the idea is to make a bunch of Stalkers and meet our same benchmarks that we did last time. If you look at the graph, our army value was very high, so I do like that. So let's go ahead and play again, and we're going to do that same exercise, and let's see if I can pass it this time. But yeah, keep doing this in several games. Don't worry about doing this several times. I think it's a very good exercise. Protoss, easy, random, yep. We are good to go. And as always, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave comments down in the comments below if you have any questions. And I will try to get to them as soon as I see them. And if not, maybe someone else will be able to get to them and help you out. But let me know. Are these helping you out? I hope they're helping at least some people out. I don't think this is for everyone. I think this is just for complete beginners. But that's kind of the idea, right? To just help out new players and also help me learn the new units and structures by doing the same exercises.
You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals. You have not enough
make it! And that's one of the reasons why maybe Chrono Boost at the start isn't the greatest. Alright, you come out. But I want to do the good habits. Start good habits sooner rather than later, and it will create good habits in the future. There, leave one space, come back.
You have not enough minerals. You have not enough.
Come on! Alright, fix my hotkeys after I've got stuff producing. Alright, now we're going to save up and get a second gateway, block off the ramp, and come back. Okay. Oh, second pylon! Second pylon! Always make this mistake. This is like one of the biggest mistakes that Protoss players make, is that second pylon right there. Such a big mistake if you miss it. Alright, you come here. Actually, before I do I want to start this first, and then I want the Zealot and make a probe. Make the probe! Because this is important, because this will get out our Stalkers sooner rather than later. It'll be very important to get to. Okay. Build that, and start going towards expansion. Build the Nexus! See, I messed up my own build, guys. This comes after, the second gas comes after the Nexus. That's why I was a little bit late. Like I said, do as I say, not as I do. So you can see I can still do a lot more progress on this. Now I'm about to get supply blocked again.
Not enough energy. You must construct.
So this build I created for beginners, and I also took it from other builds that I've seen online. So I did do a little bit of research into making this build, but I'm still not good at executing it. And that is why I'm also practicing. Alright, this is about to be finished, so we can start doing that. We want 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, yep. If you can count that faster, by all means. Oh! This one. Nah, get out of there. Those at the ramp. Make a supply. Spread it out to give us as much coverage as possible.
You require my.
Should I put my stuff over there? What? Where did you go? Where did you go? Shift click. Crap. I need to make a second one. Alright, now we're getting a little bit ahead of it. So I want to make a third gateway.
I'm here in the shadows.
And start making more gas, because this is just getting maxed.
You have not enough minerals.
Come back. ES.
You have not enough minerals.
Add that to 4. 4 over here. 1, 2, 3. 2.
I'm here in the shadows.
Not enough energy.
Oh, hey.
I'm here.
I didn't put people on gas. Always make sure you do that. Don't make that mistake. Alright, it's 3, so I want 3. Come back here. Alright, check supply, and I'm getting behind.
Not enough minerals.
About to get supply blocked again.
Not enough minerals. You must construct additional pylons. You must construct additional pylons.
So here, I would think maybe I'm too distracted trying to predict out of these 2 buildings, and I'm not watching my supply enough. So I can definitely do some improvement.
Here in the shadows. I am the we.
Not enough energy.
Let's go attack.
I'm here.
Okay, build, supply,
I'm here.
supply.
You have not.
We are one.
You have not enough minerals.
Alright. Just making as many stalkers as we can. As many stalkers as we can.
Let our enemy know.
Hello. Check supply while we're attacking. Go through it. Go behind the mineral line. Chrono boost, chrono
Not
boost.
enough energy.
Alright, we're good.
The glory of battle.
Okay. Chrono boost, chrono boost.
Not enough energy.
And we're doing actually really well.
Let our enemy know.
Alright, let's see if I actually passed the exercise. I did not do it perfectly, clearly, but let's see if I passed. That is a negative. Good on worker count, good on APM, good on resources, bad on supply cap. So clearly I can do this exercise again and try to improve on that. But that is pretty much it. I don't want to make this video about me doing this exercise over and over and over. I wanted to just show you guys the exercise. That way you guys can do it on your own and show you the benchmarks you kind of want to hit with enough practice. But hopefully you can execute this better than I can. But pretty much this is an exercise for Protoss. And Protoss is my worst race. I have so much trouble with Protoss. But I think doing these exercises will really help me out, and I'm hoping it helps other people out as well. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time.